Hi everyone, welcome to my blog. Today we are going to discuss how I programmed my 360 VR project in Unity. This project is a 360 water sound therapy experience that is supposed to help people de-stress and hopefully inspire people to go visit these places with water. In this project, I am working with Ambisonic audio. Now for those of you who don't know what Ambisonic audio is multi-channel audio that is supposed to be played in every single direction. I am also working with 2D audio in this project, and the 2D audio files that are in this project are the music, the sounds for the hotspot buttons, and the invisible audio sources. Now the audio that you hear first off in this project is the music, and when you turn the camera around, you are also going to hear the sound of the hotspot button, which is the sound of a wind chime. So I am now in the cave waterfall scene, and the first thing that we hear is, of course, the sound of the waterfall. But see, when I move the camera, the sound slightly changes. This is because of a spatialize function that I've applied to the audio file. Now what this does is, every time when I move the camera, like say when I'm looking directly at the waterfall, it sounds really loud. It's literally right in front of me. Then when I look down, it sounds like the bottom of the waterfall water is hitting the pond. And then when I turn around slowly, it sounds like the waterfall is now starting to sound like, oh, it's behind me. But then when I look up, it sounds like, oh, the waterfall is directly above me. Another sound that you hear in this scene is the sound of a bird chirping. Now that is an invisible audio file. Now the way that works is there is a script that tells the audio file to only play when the camera is looking directly at this game object. And now we're going to move on to a new scene. We are now in the mountain waterfall scene, and the first thing we hear is, of course, the large waterfall. Now, the sound that you heard earlier, which is the sound of the wind chimes, the way that works, it's the same way with the invisible audio file, that audio file is only played when we look directly at the game object. So when I look at the hotspot, the sound starts to play, but then when I look away from it, it stops playing. But it doesn't stop abruptly, it stops quite gently, so there's a slight fade in it. And see, when we're moving the camera for the waterfall audio, when I'm not looking at it, it sounds like the waterfall is still there, but it's behind me, but it feels like it's traveling from left to right. But then when I look down at the deeper part of the waterfall, where the water's falling down at the bottom of the mountain, it sounds like, oh, the sound is fading away, it's heading for the big drop. We are now in the pebbly beach scene, and again I've added the spatialize function to the audio, so when I look directly at the sea, the sound of the audio is quite loud, it's in my face, but then when I turn around it starts to go quiet. And another thing that I can do in this game is I can turn off the hotspots, so all those hotspot rings that you've been seeing previously, you can turn them off, and if you want to stay in a certain scene for like 15-20 minutes, then you are allowed to do so. And it's a great thing for some people who just prefer that one sound just to help them relax. We are now back in the main menu, and the first thing that you hear is the music audio file is very different from the first one that you heard at the very start of the game. This is due to a script that I created which creates a random audio player, and every time when you enter the scene, the game engine just selects audio at random and any of the music files are played from start to finish. This script has also been added to the invisible audio file included in the coral reef scene. So when you enter the coral reef scene, you again hear the spatial audio of the ocean as well as the invisible audio of the whale cry. The whale cry will just be played at random whenever the camera is looking directly at the game object. And that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how audio programming in 360 VR games works. Bye!